a few stupid things and never carried on through. But yeah, it's a stepping stone to it. And there's a lot of kids out there with skills, girls and guys, and you can just see it on the touch field during the summer. This coming season, you're going to see a lot of it, a lot of these exponents for it. So yeah, stepping stone to the league and maybe rugby union, and we'll see what happens, mate. So much talent around, eh? Great.
Now, I also heard something pop up just recently. It's called. I'm not sure if you would have heard about it there, JT. It's called the Queensland Ngā Hauiwha Māori Rugby League Tournament. Now, I'm not sure if it kicked off yesterday or what's happening. Do you know anything about it?
Yes, Keith, I'm heading down there today. It kicked off yesterday. You're correct. They had the 450 and a couple of other little formalities. A couple of kids' games, but it's just all full steam ahead today, and it wraps up tomorrow. So you've got your four teams representing the four different regions, or the four winds, the north, south, east, and west. And we live in the south region, but I'm a coastie mate, and a good friend of mine, Myron runs the Rāwhiti Rohe, the east side. So I always go back then. Nice.
I just want to send a shout out. Hopefully, I've got a niece who is going to be competing. Bronte Jones-Wills. She is playing for the under 14 girls West Māori Rugby League team. So it should be a great day. And I know that it usually is. I know it usually is quite a bit of a spectacle there, JT.
Oh, it's massive, and it's good to see people from home. Our culture blending together and using rugby league as a vehicle to enable them to do that. And each rohe has their own haka, and that's some of the highlights of the day is pre-match haka, the challenges between the two sides, and let alone the football, and then the whanaungatanga as well. So there definitely is a big couple of days, and looking forward to heading down there. I've been involved in it before as a coach, as a manager, as a supporter when my own son was playing, but due to work commitments and other stuff, we've sort of fallen away a bit. But yeah, it'd be good to get down there and go east.
Whereabouts is it held? Do you know?
Okay, so this year it switches around between the different rohe. So this year South are hosting, which is where I live. So it's it's being held at the Burleigh Bears Rugby League Club, one of the more famous clubs here on the Gold Coast. So everyone's heading down to Burleigh and get it on.
No, that's awesome stuff. Great, glad to hear that is certainly going on. Anyway, you were talking cricket before. What's been happening with the cricket there, JT?
Well, just as a bit of a ploy to take away the interest from last Sunday's
True enough.
Not so grand final.
For some. But there was a young Indian teen, I have no idea how to pronounce this name, Prithvi Shaw, I think that's how you pronounce it. He scored his brilliant Test century debut against the West Indies. 18-year-old young boy. Scored 134 runs off 154 balls, which is pretty good going in a Test match. That is for sure. So that's what's happened in a little bit of the cricket, and also the women's team, the New Zealand women's team, they got beaten, which again over the Australians early hours of. Well, I'm not sure if it was early this morning or last night, but they got beaten as well. The White Ferns. I'm not sure exactly what's happening in the cricketing itinerary, but I do say that I find cricket. I know a lot of our Māori, in particular, JT, aren't really great, aren't lovers of cricket, but, I tend to love cricket. I know you do as well.
Yeah, no, like I said earlier in the year, I'm a cricket fan. When I was at boarding school, it was a chance to get out of school for the day, so, you jump at it, and then eventually grew to respect and love the game. But, back in those days, in the 80s, the West Indies were the powerhouse team, and there's no surprises to hear an 18-year-old can get 100 against the West Indies these days. No. They're not what they used to be. They've definitely fallen from grace. So, yeah, mate, looking forward to the cricket eventually. It is a bit of a lull, though, after the rugby league season. And then, thankfully, it's not too far. We have to wait until, February? I think there's a couple of exhibition games, one down in Melbourne, the Indigenous All-Stars against the Māori All-Stars. So that's been an absolute cracker. And then, we're back into it again. But no, cricket, mate, it's a good fill-in for now, and other different American sports come to the fore. The Major League Baseball is starting to wind up, getting towards their final series, and then NBA's not too far away. No. NFL's already started, so yeah.
We've also got the internationals coming up too, Reno? For league.
Cricket?
For league. For league, I mean.
The league? Yeah. The league, history next Saturday at Mount Smart Stadium. I can never recall 3 games in one day of an international series. So Mount Smart, the host of the Junior Kiwis, Junior Kangaroos, that kicks off at 3 o'clock. Then the Kiwi Ferns up against the Jillaroos. That kicks off at 5. Then the Kiwis Kangaroos at 7:45. Tickets are only like $35. That's what you would normally pay for one game, but there's 3 games for the price of one. So a chance to get up there and be part of something history at Mount Smart. A massive event on the way. So plenty going on there. And, I'm looking forward to it, actually. We mentioned a couple of names there. I'm looking forward to watching in the Jillaroos next Saturday. So, to see the young ones come through. It's been like 4 years since the Kiwis played the Kangaroos. So on home turf, that is.
Yeah.
But, So, it'll be a good game. A few young ones in both international teams. Both teams were announced after the NRL. The Kiwis Kangaroos. And, it'll be a massive weekend, $35. If you had the early bird tickets, you got them for $15, but that deal finished, and now it's only $35. That's a massive deal.
When does that all kick off? What time?
The Saturday, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like I was saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, fun. That is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Gates open 2:30, but it's going to get open early because they've got a few band entertainment, autograph sessions throughout the whole. Actually, on the Friday, the Junior Kiwis Kangaroos 3 o'clock. The Ferns, Jillaroos 5, and Kiwis Kangaroos 7:45. But then, of course, next weekend as well, the Kangaroos stay over because they play against Tonga.
Right.
Unfortunately, no tickets available for their game. Sold out in minutes.
Yes. Yeah. And Kiwis up against England. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's coming up as well. So a few international games coming up. So it's just redemption.
Yes.
For the Kiwis, obviously last year was rubbish. Forget about last year. Got a new coach and a different-looking team. A couple of youngsters from their grand final get to make their debuts for the black and white jersey. So, it's just about kind of building up from last year's horrible display at the World Cup and to see how they can progress. And it's all it is. It's no different to the Silver Fern netball girls. So,
true.
You've got to give it to Michael Maguire and hopefully he can go forward,
It'll still be a struggle for the Kiwis, do you think? Or might they be able to resurrect something?
Always a struggle against the Kangaroos. But, if they can stay within a comfortable points difference, that's a win-win for them. It'll always be tough against the Kangaroos, and they've got a young development team under Mal Meninga as well. So, Hey, it'd be nice to win. It'd be nice to win at home. It's going to be tough.
How do you reckon the Kiwis are going to go there, JT?
Oh, mate, I'm the eternal optimist. I hope we can actually check a win. We're backs against the wall. Hopefully we can't go any further into the hole that we're in. Hopefully we've reached the depth of that hole and we can start shoveling our way out of it. There's a couple of different things. Just with the Kiwi side, it's always the halves. It's still a major problem for me. Cody Nikorima and Sean Johnson, who forgets the kickers. And just for my way, I think he's just not really up to it. We've always had good forwards. We've got some good outside backs which can match any team around the world if we're at full strength. But just those halves. But in saying that, you never know with Sean Johnson which one's going to turn up for Dr. Hickle or Mr.
Right.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, whichever one. But, mate, I'll always back the Kiwis. I'm a proud New Zealander, proud Kiwi fan. Love the Kiwis, love the black and white jersey. But, we might push the brown stuff up the hill next week. But, like I said, mate, you never know.
You never know indeed. Anyway, we're going to go to a break. We'll be back with more Full Time right after this. On behalf of the Full-Timers, I would just like to say big thanks to Joachim Currid, who brings us our music intro. Check him out on joachimcurrid.com. He's also on YouTube, Twitter, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, Instagram, and follow him on Facebook. Another big thanks goes out to Silent Partner, who brings us our outro. Check out their music on YouTube. And also thanks must go to the Polish Ambassador for the backing music for this promo. Check out the Polish Ambassador on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Beatport, Instagram, Twitter, and on his website, thepolishambassador.com.
You're listening to a podcast produced by Tūrangi FM, number one iwi radio station in Aotearoa. We play each full-time session on Tūrangi FM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. You can listen in live on our Tūrangi FM media page. Just click the main Tūrangi FM logo to tune in online. Or if you're in the Gisborne area, we're on the radio frequencies 91.7, 95.7 and 98.1. Also check out the Full-Time Facebook page where you can listen to the podcast again. Make comments and click links that will lead you to other ways to listen to the podcast, such as Spreaker, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, Podchaser and Tumblr. Right, let's get back to the Fools on Full Time.
Welcome back to our second session here on Full Time. Wonderful to have you join us once again here on Full Time. I want to send a shout out, first of all, going out to our sponsors, of course, Racetrack Motors down there on Goat Race Street. Go and check them out. Also want to say a big happy birthday, big happy 18th birthday to my niece, my Niwa Apalu, who, as I said, turned 18. I think it was today. If it wasn't today, it was certainly yesterday. So big happy birthday going out to the niece Maya. Right, we move on with more sporting action. Now, I just want to talk very quickly about basketball. The Breakers, the New Zealand Breakers, they went across to the US to play against the Phoenix Suns. And boy, it was a very close run game, that one. The Phoenix Suns NBA team were able to just defeat the Kiwi team 91-86. So pretty good stuff, really, I suppose, from the Breakers. And, we talked about it on Wednesday there, Reno. It just was, obviously they just got kind of close, well, as close as any of the other teams, I suppose. But, that was good stuff from the Breakers, eh?
Oh, that's a great result, when you think of ANBL up against NBA, the big league, and like we were talking about Wednesday, just the honour for these youngsters to get over there and play against dream teams, and that's one of them, the Phoenix Suns. But to get there close and really topple them over in the exhibition match, that's a great result, So, they'll be happy with that. No doubt they would have swapped and traded a few singlets and that stuff. But, got to love the new Breakers stuff with the whole Māori design on there. But great, what a great thing to do, eh? NBL and NBA.
Yeah.
I reckon that's mean.
I think it was. Oh, I think it is mean. Also, apparently, the Los Angeles Clippers beat the Sydney Kings 110-91. The Jazz crushed the Wildcats 130-72, and Ben Simmons' Philadelphia 76ers, they had a bit of a cruisy win over the Melbourne United, 104-84. I think today Melbourne United go up against the Toronto Raptors, the Perth Wildcats go up against the Denver Nuggets, and the Adelaide 76ers, they face the Utah Jazz. So that's all. That's what's going to be happening. So yeah, it's awesome stuff. Looking forward to how our up and coming season goes there for the Breakers. Say, Reno.
Yeah, exciting times. A lot of people loving the Breakers here in our country, and look, they've been there or thereabouts over the recent years. They had a bit of a lull in one part there, and seemed to bounce back. New coach, so new owners, and everything like that, and the direction going forward with a lot of new ones coming into the franchise. It can only be good. So, the support back here is always huge. And, hey, when you talk about the results there like you laid out, that's not a bad result overall from the Breakers then.
Great result from the Breakers indeed. Now, let's go to rugby. Of course, your team, they're sitting right up there, up in, I think, is it third place at the moment, Thames Valley?
Yeah, third place. This will be the big game today over in Te Aroha. A massive crowd expected over there as well. Taking on Horowhenua Kapiti. Both are on 22 points and third equal in the standings of the Heartland Championship. Today's an actual special match for Thames Valley. They kind of joined together with our Goldfield School here in Pidal. This is a school